In this video, you will learn how to convert equations in rectangular form into polar form of equations. So how do we do that? So we convert the rectangular form of equations in x and y into its polar form with variables r and theta. And to do that, we use the conversion equations, which are x equals r cosine theta and y equals r sine theta. Now let's try solving some problems here. So let's say we're given this problem in its rectangular form, or this equation in rectangular form, xy equals 5. And now let's convert this in polar form. Alright, so remember the conversion equations, which are x equals r cosine theta and y equals r sine theta. So we can just plug in the values of x and y here in the equation. So this would become x times y would become r cosine theta times r sine theta equals 5. And then we multiply them. That would be r times r, so that is r squared, cosine theta sine theta equals 5. And then we can divide both sides by cosine theta sine theta. Then we get r squared equals 5 over cosine theta sine theta. Alright, we can further simplify this by using the trigonometric identities, which are 1 over cosine theta is just equivalent to secant theta, and 1 over sine theta is equal to cosecant theta. So we can write this equation as r squared equals 5 times 1 over cosine theta is secant theta, then 1 over sine theta is cosecant theta. Or we can use another trigonometric identity for cosine sine theta. And that would be let's delete this first. So we can use this trigonometric identity, sine 2 theta equals 2 times sine theta cosine theta. So by multiplying this one, we have r squared cosine theta sine theta equals 5. And then from here, sine theta cosine theta is just equal to sine 2 theta over 2. So we can plug in this here. Then our equation would become r squared sine 2 theta over 2 equals 5. And then we divide both sides by sine 2 theta over 2. Then we have, then our equation would be r squared equals 5 over sine 2 theta over 2, or we can rewrite this as r squared equals 5 times 2 over sine 2 theta, which is just equivalent to 10 over sine 2 theta. And then we can further simplify this We can further simplify 1 over sine theta, sine 2 theta, since that one is equivalent to cosecant 2 theta. Then we can write our equation as r squared equals 10 cosecant 2 theta. So this is now our equation in its polar form. So that is the equivalent of equivalent equation of xy equals 5. Okay, let's solve another problem. Okay, what if we're given this problem, x squared plus y squared minus 6y equals 0, and we will convert this in its polar form. Alright, we can rewrite this equation as x squared plus y squared equals 6y. We just transpose negative 6y to the right and we become positive. We know that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, and y is equal to r sine theta. Then we can just plug in all of these values in this equation. So x squared plus y squared is just equal to r squared, and then 6 times y, which is r sine theta. Then we have r squared equals 6r sine theta, and then we divide both sides by r. This cancels out. Then we have r equals 6 sine theta. So this is our equation now, in its polar form. Alright, let's solve another one. Okay, what if we're given this equation? Okay, negative 2y plus 3x equals 1. Alright, again, we know that y is equal to r sine theta and x is equal to r cosine theta, and we just plug in these values to the equation. So this would be written as negative 2y as negative 2 times r sine theta plus 3 times r cosine theta equals 1. Then we can simplify this. This would become negative 2r sine theta plus 3r cosine theta equals 1. And we can rewrite this as 3r cosine theta minus 2r sine theta equals 1, and then we factor out r, and our equation would become r times 3 cosine theta minus 2 sine theta equals 1, and then we divide both sides by 3 cosine theta minus 2 sine theta, and then our equation would be, okay, this cancels out. Then our equation in polar form would be 1 over 3 cosine theta minus 2 sine theta. So this is now our equation in polar form.